Welcome back to another episode of Important Miscellaneous Talks. I'm your host, Glass Crossfield, and we are changing the world one podcast at a time. And today we have a very interesting guest with us. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jerry, and I'm a content creator on YouTube. Yeah.
So how did you end up in Korea? Were you born there?
Oh no, no. I came in 2017, like as a student, and then through a scholarship, like the government scholarship. So I graduated, what early last year, and then I've just been, like living in the country, like yeah, for the past 6 years now.
So how old are you?
25, 26 this year, so 97.
You mean you were born in '97?
Yeah,
Okay. So where were you born?
in Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria.
Ah, interesting. I got a lot of Nigerian friends. How long did it take you to learn the language?
Oof, I'm still learning, but when I came in, like my first year, it was more so I had to, like attend the like an academy, a Korean academy for like a year. And then like I did my course, software engineering, like in Korean. So picked up the language, like over the years.
So you spent 19 years in Nigeria and then you went to South Korea for school and you've been there ever since?
Yeah, so true.
Got you. Have you ever been to the US?
No, no, I would like to though. I would like to actually for modeling, but then like getting the visa to like the US, like with my passport is it's almost like impossible. Like it's just I don't want to think about it. No.
Interesting. I always can you go to other countries relatively easier?
Oh yeah, I was just like recently like in Japan a couple of weeks back. Amazing experience. Oh man, it's just fun. And also like I was in China, that was last year, September, for modeling as well. So yeah.
Why did you start YouTube?
Ooh, okay. That's a very interesting question. Probably because I was bored and did not want to do like 9 to 5.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why like that is the simplest, like answer. Like there was no like passion for like wanting to like create content. I don't even like talking to like people that I don't even know, let alone like going like to like on the street and like asking random people. Like it's scary. Like I'm very introverted. I prefer staying at home like all day, watching Netflix, not talking to like anybody for like a whole month. I'm that type of person. I know it's weird, I know, but like yeah,
Interesting. And so you're a full-time YouTube content creator.
yeah.
Gotcha. What would you say is the goal of all your content?
To be able to let's see, I just share, like the Korean culture and also, like let other people like share like foreign people living in Korea, like their experience to like other foreigners wanting to like, come into the country. Because, uh with the globalization of like, K-pop and K like anything K,
Mm-hmm.
like it's more like Korea is like, very open. So I could just want to like, show, like what the country is like all about and also like, the reality of, like living in Korea like as a foreigner.
What would you say is the biggest difference between? I'm not sure how accustomed or well acquainted you are with U.S. culture, but U.S. culture has a large global impact, so you might have at least some idea. What would you say are some of the bigger differences between the you are in South Korea, correct?
Yeah.
What are some of the bigger South Korean and U.S. cultural differences?
Oof. For, okay, I haven't been to the US. I've watched like a lot of, American movies and all, but I would say that in terms of the kindness of like Americans in general, guy, girl, like it doesn't really matter. It's more so Americans in general, like I would say like they're one of the kindest people because I usually
Interesting.
oh yeah, I usually like go to the streets, like to ask random people from like other countries. Probably they might, like when you ask them for like an interview, like on spot, like not everyone has to like be in my interview, but like good number of times they just ignore you and just keep walking, or like they just I don't know, like they don't say any good number of times they don't say anything. But like when it comes to Americans, they always say something. I'm sorry, sure, 2 minutes of my time. Okay, cool. Like, let's just do it. Like, let's do it real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I can't be in, like, in this, like interview. It goes a long way. Like, I prefer that like any day, anytime than like just ignore it. Like, people have bad days. I understand like everybody
Mhm.
has their own situations, but Americans, no matter how bad their day is, probably like the ones I've actually like, experienced so far, like in Korea, in Seoul to be specific, yeah, they're like one of the kindest people.
That is so interesting because I think the average foreigner does not believe the United States people are the most amicable people out there.
Oh no, no, they're kind. They're way too kind.
Interesting, interesting. Wow, I think the street interview culture here in the United States I think is far more common, and I think
Yeah,
some people idolize the idea of going viral and think it's kind of fun. So I think that might be a reason why.
yeah, chances. But like, yeah, like in this part of the country, it's more like, yeah, don't talk to me like on the street, like just don't talk to me, type of like vibe. Yeah.
So what do you think the average Black American should expect when they visit South Korea?
Phew. Okay, Koreans in general love America, like the country America. You bring from America, it makes your life easier. It's like there's just like this love for America from Koreans, and also like Americans from Korea as well. So like you coming like as a white American, Black American, like it doesn't matter as long as you're an American, you're definitely like gonna get like a lot of love from Koreans just for the fact that you're actually like from America. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I actually went to a predominantly Asian middle school, so I went to middle school with a lot of South Koreans. Yeah.
Just
Wow.
like how acquainted are you like with the Korean culture?
How acquainted am I? Not acquainted at all. I wouldn't know the first thing about South Korea, honestly.
Oh
Honestly.
wait.
What? But that's perfect though. That's why we're doing this interview, right? So,
Yeah,
well, tell me some of the customs of the South Korean culture.
there's a lot,
I'd
but
be interested in.
yeah, I'll talk about like dating since like it's an interesting one. So like in terms of like dating for like the South like in South Korea and also like dating like Korean, like it's a very interesting experience because like it's pretty it's pretty fast. So like you just go, like maybe like 1, 2 dates, maximum probably like 3 dates. You guys are like already dating. So like it's that fast. And if you meet, of course, like the right person, they actually like they're down to like, go out of their way to actually like, just help you, like just make your life, like a little comfortable. Because like some of them actually understand like how hard it is like to live in the country as a foreigner. And like in terms of food and all that, oh, there are actually like a lot of American chains here. Like you're just slap Americans, not necessarily like slap Americans like any food name chain, but more like a specific like country. Okay, New York burger or like Brooklyn bread. I had like
Or
they're just
New York pizza?
yeah, exactly. New York pizza, yeah, yeah. Chicago, yeah. There's a Chicago pizza place in Hongdae, like one of the like the
I'm from New York. We don't. That Chicago pizza. It's like this thick. Yeah.
oh it's that yeah, you got it right. Like it's that thick. And like I have a friend of mine, like he doesn't like it. Like it's just too big. Like it's bad. But anyways, so there's actually like a place like that in Hongdae, like where like the young stars actually like gather. But like you find like a lot of American in like food type of vibe like going on like in a place called Itaewon. I'm pretty sure you must have you heard of Itaewon?
No.
Okay.
What is that? What is that?
It's a place in Seoul. Yeah.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's a place in Seoul. So like a lot of foreigners actually like live there. So yeah, like it's more like a place where you can actually like get by without having to like speak Korean.
Ah, yeah, okay, 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 yeah, yeah. I got you, got
Yeah.
you. That's
Yeah.
someplace I'd be interested in. So I've been writing down dating is a topic that I'm very interested in, and I'm writing down a few questions on it. So would you say the women in South Korea, would you say they're pretty approachable for the most part? Everybody likes to be by themselves, but would you say that the women for the most part are approachable?
Poof, they are. It just depends on like how well dressed you are. Because for like in this part of the country, it's more so like how you look like in general. Like you don't have to like be the most handsome person. No, it's more like if you're well dressed, you can almost any good number of times like get girls. And if you tell them you're actually like from America, 9.9 out of 10 times you'll get the girl.
Oh, wow, interesting. That high, you think?
Oh no, 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 no. I know. I don't think I literally like no. It's a fact. It's a fact.
Wow. Wow. If I tell them I'm from New York, that's probably a 10 out of 10 then, right?
Oh hell yeah. No, seriously, hell yeah. Yeah.
Wow, okay, yeah. We definitely gotta stay in contact because I'm gonna need a translator when I come out there, man. Wow. So
But yeah.
would you say for the average would you say for the average American, um like because in American dating culture, there's a lot of men out here that would like a roster of women, multiple women to talk to. Do you think that's possible in South Korea if I were to pursue that strategy?
Oh yeah, it is. It is. But like as long as you don't, you don't get caught up in like in the whole stuff, you'll be fine.
Ah,
Yeah.
so I gotta kind of keep it a secret
And,
then.
yeah, you gotta keep it low key, very low key. Yeah.
So would you say Korean women are the jealous type?
It depends on who you I don't want to generalize, but it depends on who you meet. But oh hell yeah, you're very jealous. They are.
That,
Like, yeah. Yeah.
so would you would say the women over there, for the most part, you would say that they don't sleep around?
Oh no, like I've heard, oh man, I've heard stories. I've heard very shocking stories. They act very innocent, and I don't like if you're like into like the K culture. I'm pretty sure like they have this very innocent look, this innocent vibe, like just going on. I feel like they can't do anything. They kind of like hurt an ant. Oh no, like you'd be surprised.
Interesting.
You'd be
Wow.
shocked.
Okay. So it seems like being a whore is an international thing.
It is, yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah,
not
it is.
exclusive to the US or New York City, where it's well known. Interesting. Okay, so would you say, all right, women in their 20s, would you say that most women would want to sleep around or most women would look to settle down?
In your 20s. That's a very hard question because like I really haven't had much relationship things going on, but based on like the information I've heard from friends and all that, I would say oof, they'd prefer, like to just settle down because don't necessarily like settle down marriage, but like just have like a partner.
Okay, a consistent partner.
Yeah, consistent partner. Yeah.
Okay.
So like how is it like in the US?
Women in their 20s? Women in their 20s, for the most part, that I would say that they definitely want to date around. They definitely want to see their options. I think women naturally, like instinctively, they want one consistent guy, but I definitely think they don't limit their options here for sure. I think they like to go through their party phase or their whole phase, so to speak, and then they're more focused on starting a family when they're closer to 30.
No, yeah, so true. Like also like same here as well. Like yeah, definitely like with the like with the rise of like Korea like being globalized and all that, like a lot of women are actually like, leaning towards like that type of vibe, like having like in the 20s and like having to like, date around, just like party and all that. And then like once you get like close to, like your 30s, it's more like, okay, like I want to, like settle down, man. Yeah, definitely.
Interesting, interesting. 'Cause it's funny, man. When you live someplace, you just feel like these things only happen in your place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Nah, here's just like it's a whole new like it's no. Like Korea is I mean the nightlife here though, like it's pretty wild. It is wild. Like
Wow.
on yeah, because like you hear like some interesting stories like on TikTok. Because like when you're in Korea, like you just show you like TikTok about like Korea and all that, and also like with friends and all that actually like party. It's like it's so sick. I don't really go out, but like it feels like I go out like all the time because of like the stories I hear about like nightlife here. It's wild.
one thing about Koreans, because I went to my university is upstate that I went to that I graduated from. I lived in an international building, so again, I can't get away from Asian people, it seems. And I went to Flushing High School, which is also Flushing. If you don't know, Flushing is like just 99% Asian people live there in New York City. That's the high school. The neighborhood that surrounds my high school is Flushing. So yeah, so I can't get away from Asian people, it seems. So when I went to my university upstate, there we had a lot of Asian people in the building. I lived in an international building, and one thing about Koreans that their liver is strong. They can drink with the best of them. Oh my goodness! You ever play a Korean drinking game? One game, you might not even be able to make it out of the house. One game, it's insane.
So true. Yeah. And it's wild. Like for here, okay. When I for me, like I personally I don't drink, not because of like religion or anything. It's just on my thing. But then it's more like coming into the country, like it's actually pretty hard, like not like not drinking because like it's a very heavy like
Mm,
drinking culture, like it's wild. And what actually like surprises me, it's more like they use any excuse to like just drink. I'm sad, let's get a drink. I broke up with my girlfriend, let's get a drink. I'm excited, let's get a drink. Okay, my paycheck just came to, let's get a drink. Like literally any get a no, serious, like it's wild.
it's Tuesday. Let's get a drink.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, literally. Okay, for like this part of the country, it's more so like every night after work, they have like the Korean pork belly with soju. It's a thing. Like on Monday, like after work. It's wild.
Yeah, that is crazy. Monday is crazy. So, what are some of the things you've heard about the nightlife that might interest the audience?
Oh, oof. That there's a lot of like a lot of clubs not allowing like foreigners. But then again, like hearing like that story, it's more so like some foreigners have actually had like things like this club has been as allowing like foreigners like over time, but like they
Mhm.
had like problems with that foreigners, so, like you just stopped allowing like other foreigners in.
Mhm.
And sometimes it just comes to like, okay, like we're just like this club is just only Koreans, so like them allowing like a foreigner inside, the foreigner might not really understand the culture, like the dating culture between like Koreans. No matter how long you've lived here, you're not Korean. You can be Korean. Yeah, because like it's more like, okay, no matter how long I live in New York, I can be a New Yorker. There's just things the in-house thing that like that I just wouldn't know. Like there's a difference. So, but anyway, so it's more like those clubs, they come, like their own stance as to like why they're not allowing foreigners. It's more so like, okay, if you come here, you might actually make the women feel uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, okay, and like there's just like this thing like between Koreans that like as a foreigner you just might not understand. So it's a whole good number of people like might not agree with me as to, like, okay, why should it, like it's racism and all that, but it's I don't know, like it's a gray area, yeah,
I get it. You just certain things you would understand.
yeah.
Korea is a very homogenous country, so there's not that many foreigners there. It's not like the United States or a melting pot, and we have every race, every religion here. It's a lot different over there. So wait, if we can't go in the club, can we stay outside the club, wait for them to come out?
That's a good question. Oh, you can. I mean, there's actually like a lot of good clubs, like allowing foreigners, but like yeah, it's just just some clubs. And yeah, you should be mindful. Like, usually, whenever I go out at night, oh, you find a lot of guys like wanting to talk to you. They're not gay. Don't get me. They're not gay, but like they're just I don't know, for some reason that they're excited to just like I don't know, cock block you the whole night for no reason, asking you questions that you probably are not interested in.
Interesting. Wow. Okay, that's good advice there. A lot of Asian countries are very homogenous, and when you're a homogenous country, you are sometimes unwilling to implement other cultures because
Mm,
you fear that your culture might not be no longer the priority over time.
yeah.
So Japan, I interviewed someone from Japan as well, and they mentioned how like it's dramatically hard to obtain Japanese citizenship. Is it difficult for you to obtain citizenship in South Korea? I can imagine.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't even get me started. Jesus, like the thought of it alone is like is exhausting. So
Hmm.
I'm currently like on the entertainment visa. It's called like the E6 visa, and you have to be like on a working visa. Any working visa is like teaching whatever for about 3 years before you move to like the permanent resident visa. This is like the F2 visa, which is like a visa that allows you to be able to do anything, work any job, have your own business, anything. Like it's not a long-term permanent resident visa. It's more like a short-term, and it's point-based for like maximum 3 years. So like it depends on your income as well. So the higher you earn, the longer you get like on that visa. And after you're on that visa, like the F2, the short-term permanent resident visa for 3 years, then you can apply for the long-term permanent visa, which is the F5, which lasts for 10 years. And after that, then you can apply for the citizenship.
So, how many years in total is that?
It's a lot of dog years. I don't know, probably 10. No, seriously, like I have no idea. Like it's just I don't want to think about it. But I know though, like some people actually come, like come into the country with is he asking for asylum type thingy? So like with that, you can actually like just get into like it's not that easy. You go through like a lot of documents and all, but yeah, like it's a whole like it's a whole stretch. Yeah, getting like the visa. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like it's the same like with the U.S. visa as well.
I was born and raised here. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think I know some people who came here like on a student visa, and then you need some sort of sponsorship once you obtain a job here and something like that. Well, I'm first generation born here though, so I'm not even sure how my mom really did it. So yeah, I can't. I wouldn't be the person to talk much about like I've always had citizenship, so I just never really thought about it, and I never really thought about like how it's pretty easy to travel to other countries, but it seems like it's strenuous for the average person to come to United States outside.
Yeah, it's for like it's all about passport power. U.S., Japan, Korea, like they have strong passports. So like with good passport, you can just like easily travel. But like with passport from like Nigeria, yeah, not really.
I got so many Nigerian friends, man. It's crazy. So getting back to the dating culture, how long do you think the average Korean girl, how many dates you think it would take for her to, go all the way?
uh, one,
One date? You think that the
yeah,
average Korean girl, it takes one date?
one date. Like as long as you play your game well, one date, that is it.
That sounds
Yeah.
almost too good to be true, man.
Not really. Yeah. But I have friends. I know I have a friend, like he's very good with words. It works all the time. All the time. Yeah.
Oh man, there's so many languages I got to be able to speak, man. It's gonna be hard to flirt through the translator app, man.
Yeah. No, literally, but I mean, if you meet, like the ones that actually speak English,
Mhm.
I would say those ones might be a little bit tougher because they understand like they speak English, so they've
Right.
been with
They
all
understand
foreigners.
the culture. Yeah,
They
yeah,
know, yeah.
yeah. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Do you think Korea is a good place to find a wife?
Oh man, oh, I have well, I have no idea. No, seriously, the reason why I said that is because like I'm actually like not interested in like in getting married or like whatever. So it's more like I like having like a long term partner. Like it's okay for me, but like getting married, it's a very scary thing for me. So like I have no idea if this country is. I have no idea.
Why is it weird for you? Nigerians love marriage.
Do they?
Well, outside looking in anyway.
No, for me, like when it comes to like marriage, yeah, like it's a scary thing for me.
Interesting. So you got commitment issues.
I don't sleep around. Come on, I don't sleep around.
So Well, where is a country that you would like to go to that you haven't gone to yet? Some of the countries.
Definitely the US, New York to be specific. Uh, and probably Europe. So Paris. I'll be going to Paris though, like in March. Going to Paris in March, and then like inside Paris, I'll of course I'll be traveling to like Milan and like the Schengen area. So hopefully that goes well. And London, yeah. So like just those few places. I'm actually like pretty interested. Like in yeah.
You going to Fashion Week in Paris?
Um, Hopefully I'm able to get it because like I wasn't able to like get into the SS season. So hopefully like the FW in during the summer, hopefully I'm able to like get in. Yeah.
Would you be interested in doing street interviews in other countries as well?
Oh man, like it's very scary. I'm so used to like Korea that like going to like other countries to like do it. It's a very scary experience. But if I'm like if I probably like contact people like prior to that, I can. Yeah.
Interesting. So,
Yeah.
about how many street interviews do you think you've done in your lifetime now?
Okay. Before like the current channel, I've been working like on a K-pop, like channel. So I just stopped that, like earlier, not earlier, more like late last year. But so far I would say like over 300, 400 interviews.
And you are still this scared.
No, I'm so scared. Like
So,
like
are you still like, are you scared of just going to other countries? Or are you still scared of even in Korea?
in Korea, like literally like just scared of approaching people. Like it's like like it never gets, like I can never get used to it. Like it's hard.
Interesting. Wow.
It is,
After 100, I feel like you built up enough muscle memory.
no, like there's no getting used to like them ignoring you or like just approaching like that first person. Oh hey, sorry, I'm doing this. I'm like it's no, never gets. Yeah. How about you? So like how long have you been doing the podcast for?
I started in late 2020. I started off
Oh,
just doing the audio. I did some in-person podcasts. I want to say, yeah, it was sometime in 2021 that I started putting YouTube content on. 2021, then I transitioned to the Zoom podcast to, speak to people that weren't in New York, and but the pandemic and everything, it just made sense. But
mm.
yeah, I started late 2020. I'm almost no, it's been 2 full years now. Yeah, yeah, it's been 2 full years now. So this is going on my third year now. It's crazy.
It's amazing. No, seriously, like, just having to, like be able to like talk to different people from around the world and,
I'm
you
blessed.
know, just hearing like different experiences is actually like, pretty, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm blessed. I gotta binge watch my own stuff, man, to see how far I've come. For real.
No, I really like need to, like binge watch your stuff because it's more, I wanted to like go blind coming into, like your podcast. That way, like, I don't have, like any, like prior knowledge as to
Yeah.
like how it's gonna be. So that way I'll be able to like, express myself like more freely.
Mhm.
So yeah, so finishing this, yeah, I need to like hear like other people like you've interviewed, like your stories and like as to like how they're leaving. So like, do you have any plans on like coming to Korea?
Oh, absolutely. I want to hit so many countries, man. I want to hit so many countries. Korea, definitely now Korea. I want to hit like, oh my goodness, there's so many countries I'm thinking of. You got me so excited. Thailand, Philippines, Cambodia, Japan,
Japan.
South Korea, Brazil, Colombia, Canada. I've never gone to Canada. It's right there too. Never gone to
Oh,
Canada. And London. Those are some of the bigger ones.
mm. How about China?
China, I don't mind China, but I don't know, maybe because I don't know, because just the social media appeal. I feel like I hear more about Thailand, the advantages of Thailand and Philippines. I'm not gonna lie, I do want to see the women, the Filipino women, Filipino Cambodian women, um, Thai women too. The problem with the Asian women. No, not a problem per se because I like all flavors, so I want to get that out the way. But they typically don't have the most robust bodies, which
Yeah,
it's not. And again, me people that know me, like I deal with a lot of toothpicks, so that's not really an issue. But in Brazil, I think just on paper, visually, the women look highly attractive over there, and the body is rather bodacious on the bodacious side. So
totally agree.
Colombians too. Oh, Dominicans. I like
Mm-mm.
Spanish women, so black women, Spanish women. So yeah, but definitely I definitely want to come to South Korea. I think my fashion sense would fit right in. I think I'm a bit adventurous. I like you're unique too with how you dress. So I can appreciate that. Are you a Kanye West fan?
Well, thank you. Not really.
Oh, okay, okay.
Not really.
I thought you was gonna say something else, but yeah, I
You
definitely,
you
I would. Sorry, go ahead.
you rock a Kanye?
Not really, not really. I'm not really a Kanye. I'm pretty indifferent to most celebrities because I think when you don't know someone personally, you really don't get the full side of it. So, but I do think I think there's sometimes the media takes it too far. Like, okay, like that's not what he really meant. I think sometimes he's a target, and other times it's like, well, Kanye, at some point I got to hold you accountable, right? You can't just go saying anything at any time and expect people not to say or do anything. And he even said it on an interview. He said, "I'll do things to get a reaction, then I'll get upset that I got the reaction." So it's like, and then he's not all the way there either. So it's like I take a lot of what he does with a grain of salt. So
Makes sense.
appreciate it. Yeah, I gotta get to Korea for sure. And
Yeah, no.
and interesting, you made the height video, and if you look at my YouTube page, that's like the first video that I have on my page, and you go to my channel. So it's interesting that you talked about the Koreans and height. I figure that height would be a non-factor in Korea. I honestly figured that because Asian men have a history of being on the shorter side. So I figured that, well, if they're 5'7", that's more than good enough. But I was surprised by the answers you got.
Oh no. Let's see. So they actually like the women in general, they actually like pretty like on the shorter side. So like five, you see a lot of 5'1s, 5'2s, 5'3", 5'5s. You'll be fine. Like it's just like like I think they just actually like said that like just because like it's an interview, there's a camera like in front of them, but like good like they actually like very like okay with not as long as you're not shorter than them, you're just like probably like a little bit, yeah, you'll be fine, you'll be fine.
Okay, now I mean I'm pretty tall. You're pretty tall too, right? You're like 6'2", 6'3",
It's fine.
6 feet. Got you. I'm like 6'7". Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. I thought you look tall in your video. Well, no, 6 feet is tall. Okay, 6 feet is tall.
uh, Not besides 6'7", come on.
No, 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 no. I'm tearing down these barriers, man. People trying to make 6 feet seem like it's common. It's not. It's not. If you look at the percentage of men who are 6 feet and above in the world, it's like less than like 20%.
Okay, that is very interesting. Then like you would have no problems here. Yeah, like yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be fine. Trust me, you get a lot of attention. Like I oof. Like it's also like hard like seeing like taller foreigners in Korea as well. Like really tall foreigners. Like they are not that common. Yeah.
I would just the language barrier is my biggest worry is just I don't speak the language. But
Yeah.
I would whatever we got modern technology, right? I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, trust me, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like I'm 6'7", I'm from the States.
I'm from New York.
Okay. No, you'll be fine. You'll be
What would what would you say is the biggest lesson that you learned doing all these public interviews?
fine. Trying not to caught, like people's words. Usually like in terms of like social media, and all that, you just want to like, get people to like react to the video like in a very like in the best way possible. So like those reaction brings in like views, and those views brings in money. So it's more like you just want to be smart, like as a creator, as to like how you edit your videos, and all that. Like you don't want to take people's words out of context. You don't want to like just
Mhm.
cut things, like and make them look bad. No, that's not the goal. But like I try my best to like bring out the best answers in people as possible. And I would definitely say, like no matter how much I try to like just like try to just leave everybody's answers in, people are just gonna be butthurt by like however I edit the videos. Like it
Mhm.
makes, yeah, like it's a very sad thing, but like yeah, it is what it is. So like I just learned that I should just like just do me, like as a creator, and just like yeah.
So you say the biggest lesson that you learned is you can't satisfy everybody or anybody, it seems.
Yeah, like anybody, literally. Because like I mean, like I've had in like a couple of situations like interviewing like foreigners and all. I haven't had any problems like interviewing Koreans, which is very rare because like they're actually like the ones that are very open about take down this video. I don't want to be in this video, blah blah blah. Never had that experience. But with foreigners, oh boy, Jesus, God, I don't want to like eat me up. Like I just ask questions. Have you faced racism? How's your experience been so far? So the interesting part is whenever I ask people how has your experience been so far living in Korea, I'm not asking about I'm just generalizing the whole thing. Just tell me about your experience. But good number of times we talk about, like racism in like I did not ask about racism, I just asked about your experience. But then you talk about racism. I'm like, oh, okay, well that is fun. I put it in the video. So usually the parts where you just, like bluff around, Korea is good, blah 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 blah. Blah. I mean, like of course people want to hear that. You've already talked about the good part, but like I'm gonna like of course like cut to this and like part that you talked about in like a little bit of racism, and then we move forward. But like in the comment section, people like just capitalize on like that small part she said. She just said like Korea was good. Why didn't you capitalize on like the fact that she said she's good at, instead of like the fact that she said like I don't know, somebody, I don't know, stepped on her toes or like something. And then the people I actually like interviewed, they of course like contact me and be like, oh my god, I never said that. I'm like, what are you saying? Like you literally like said that. I'm the one with the clip. What are you on? I had multiple experiences like that. I'm like, oh man, that is not fun. That is so not fun.
Do
Yeah.
you end up taking it down or you end up just leaving it up and say, hey, you consented to coming on the video?
I usually try my best to, like be very nice to them. So I explain like I explain to them as to like why I edited the video like that way, and also like I just give like a disclaimer, like like as a pin comment. So yeah.
Got you, got you. So for someone who wants to start doing street interviews themselves, how would you suggest they get started? I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Uh,
I
wait
got,
one
I
second.
can hear you now.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's more like just go for it. It's gonna be very hard, like extremely hard, but like as long as you're not as long as you actually have like a purpose, like you just like tap into that purpose, and like just like go for it. So for me, usually like going out, it's more so okay, I have a purpose. Like I want to like just get this information out, and then like just bounce out. Like let me forget about like people rejecting me and all that.
Mhm.
So like as long as you just have like a fixed purpose, I feel like it's gonna be like a lot easier. So like I would say definitely like that is what has like has been keeping me like going for like quite a while.
And my final question: what do you think is the biggest piece of advice you can give someone who is a Black American who would like to date in Korea?
Honestly, just be you. Like the Korean nowadays, like it's or the Koreans nowadays, they're so open. Most of like the younger generations, they're so open to like a lot of things. And you just being you, like from America, as long as you just do you, and also like be respectful of like the culture, you'll be fine. Like I said, like Korea in general, they have like a love for like America, so you can just use that like to your advantage. Of course, like in a good way. So yeah.
Interesting, man. I did not know Korea had that much love. I always knew like American culture was big internationally. I think that's fairly obvious. But I did not knew the Koreans thought of us like this, man.
it's some no, it's no. Like trust me, you yeah, it could like if a Korean asks like they usually ask, okay, like where are you from? And you're like, okay, I'm from let's say Nepal. That's where the conversation ends. Where are you from? I'm from Pakistan. Oh no, that is where it ends. Where are you from? I'm from the States. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys can talk for like hours, days. They'll ask you 1,001 questions. It's a thing.
Hey,
Never gets old. Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to be my translator when I come out there, man.
Oh yeah, sure, dude. Like anytime, I'll be happy to like have you over.
And do they have American food?
Oh yeah, a lot, like a lot. But like I've never tasted like real American food. So like I'm just eating
You
what Korea.
don't have, okay, I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
I wonder, do they have Chinese food in Korea?
Oh hell yeah. It's come on. Like China is just like 2 hours
I know,
away.
I know, I know, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure because it doesn't think they rival, so I'm not sure if it's like that would
No,
be
trust.
welcome. Interesting. The best, I think, when you come to New York, New York City is the best Chinese food in the world. I'm
This is
sorry.
strong.
That is. And one of my friends, he's in the military. He travels a lot, and he actually confirmed that New York City does have the best. He hasn't tasted our Chinese food. They don't make in China, so I guess it is what it is. But he's mentioned that we have the best. Even throughout the states, we have the best Chinese food for real.
Man, that is really good to know. No, because I went to China. I really like had real Chinese food. I would say I'm not I'm not a fan of like Chinese food. But they just have like a lot of corn in their food. I don't do corns. I mean, look, like every food I ordered like in China had corn. Like why? No, like it makes no.
And New York pizza is the best pizza in the world as well. Better than
Wow.
Italy. It's better than Italy's. The Italians who make their pizza, New York pizza, and I've asked several people, world travelers, New York City pizza, bar none, is the best in
No,
the world as well.
really love to like oh man, like oh I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully my American dreams like come true. Like just me going to like America. Like see,
Manifest, man. Write it down. Write it down. And real quick, have you ever gone to North Korea?
no,
Never.
that no way in hell I can. No way.
And you have no intentions of visiting either.
Oh man, no. Like, I mean, if I'm too though, like I know I'm gonna be able to like get viral clips, but like no, there no.
Oh man. One day, I want to go one day. Maybe when I'm like
Like
50 though.
no, literally like because of like the whole thing like you hear about like North Korea like on social media, like it's just wild. It's like it's yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and they might not even have much for, a foreigner to do because they're probably so cultural centric there.
Mm.
So, but yeah, those are all the questions I have for you. I thank you so much for taking the time out to speak to me. Make sure you subscribe, and also his links will be in the description as well. I love you all.
Really appreciate, man. Really appreciate. Thanks for having me.
No problem.